Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Welcome to Flat Earth Debate. I'm your host, Nathan Oakley, and if you are new to this channel, or you've not done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. If you would like to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside each of these shows while they're live, and there's also a PayPal link in the info box below the video once it's rendered. But most importantly, if you would like to join the discussion, simply mute the page you are currently watching, then click the link in the info box below this video to join the panel and express your views on the shape of the Earth. If you do join, please don't swear. If you do, you'll be ejected, and if you are, please don't try to rejoin the stream using sock accounts. You'll be warmly welcome back on the next stream. Please also share the show. Sharing the show obviously increases the live audience, but this in turn increases the chances of a more diverse panel. So please share the show. And one last time, if you're new to the channel or you've not done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. Now we are joined by The Plain Truth, Mark Doxy and Chocolate Saying. How are you all doing?
Hello, hello, hello. What?
Hello.
Hello, gentlemen.
What's up?
Good to have you all.
Yo.
Good to be here.
Good to be here.
What-o?
Can I do a bit of housekeeping? Should we get that straight out of the way?
Sure, go ahead.
Any signs of curve, gentlemen? Earth-based, obviously.
None whatsoever.
What about axial rotation? Again, Earth-based.
0.
Pressurized system next to a vacuum? Any demonstration of that?
Not so far.
Definitely not.
Shout out to... Can't quite read... Is that Simulation Dweller? Thanks for the super chat. What about a self-perpetuating molten iron core at a in the centre of a presupposed spherical Earth? Any signs of that?
0.
Nope.
What about Bill Miller? Any signs of Bill?
I always forget the Bill Miller.
Now, what about
Yeah,
this?
and-
What about this? Bill Miller is BM, and so is Blue Marble.
Oh, wow. That could just be a coincidence, though, couldn't it? Couldn't it?
No,
Could be.
No, we're conspirators.
What about the presupposition itself? So what about radius? Any signs of radius,
Yeah.
gentlemen? Anybody? Anybody at all?
You need a
Nope,
sphere for
not at
that.
all.
No? No signs of radius?
You need,
And last but
I
not
think
least,
you need a sphere.
be here or be sphere. Any signs of gravity? Last but not least.
You're breaking up again, Nathan.
Last but not least, any signs of gravity?
Nope, you're breaking up still.
Really?
No, he just doesn't want to hear the word.
Oh, every time I forget it's you, Mark. If it was Arwin, I'd get the joke immediately. I'd know why you'd want to avoid it.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Moving on. I think that concludes our housekeeping for the time being. I think we've got Ranty as a placeholder, but he's actually not here. So if I do happen to put the icons at the bottom of the screen, just ignore Ranty's icon. It's not a troll or anything. It's just he's here but not here. I think he may pop on if he hears something extremely interesting, but he's basically doing other things. So Ranty's here but not here.
I'm definitely still here, though.
Ah, damn. You heard all that.
I did.
So, Ranty.
I'll crank him right up, just in case he does interject at that right moment. So it's been terrible weather here in the UK. There's obviously been no curve hunting going on, eh, Mark?
No, we went to an air show yesterday and it was cancelled at the last minute because it was just so cloudy and wet. Such a waste of day.
Oh, in that case, I lucked out today because we went to Warwick Castle and there was a jousting thing. It was a whole like role play. The Americans probably get it at a restaurant, you know what I mean? But here it's quite an affair, especially outside Warwick Castle. It was spectacular. But you know, all the smoke grenades, and they had the big trebuchet out, and they were shooting off arrows and jousting with each other on horses, and you had a king and queen get married at the end. It was obviously for kids, fantastic.
Yes.
But even for adults, actually, there was one stage where they released all these doves, and it was absolutely spectacular watching them release, I don't know, maybe 24 white doves that you didn't expect. I was like, wow, look at that. So they all circled around. I was like, wow, that's cool. Didn't expect that.
But you're an actor, you would like all that sort of stuff anyway, wouldn't you?
What are you trying to say?
I'm just repeating what I'm hearing.
What are you implying?
That you're a phony. It's all an act.
Is that right? No, not at all. On the contrary, I've got no script. None at all. But yeah, that was good. It was nice watching the people on the horses, and obviously my kid loved it, as did my my niece.
Good. No, we had a miserable day yesterday. We're really looking forward to this air show, but it just the very last minute it just didn't happen. So we have to cancel it, folks. Thanks for coming along.
Bummer. That's what I thought would be today. I thought it'd be a complete washout when I woke up and it was absolutely pouring down. But you know, it
is very warm here, but just overcast.
Right. Absolutely terrible for photography then.
Yeah. What about American cousins? What's it like where you are?
Oh, the Limitless channel is saying that the link doesn't work. I think he's begging for a link.
Oh, does he need it on, does he? I'll see if I can sort that out. Which one's the Limitless channel? Is that Jason?
Yeah, it's that big troll.
That big troll. Valued viewer. How many times?
Isn't Jason Awake Souls?
My bad.
Is that the other guy?
I can't remember which one's which. One's Ronnie and one's Jason. I'm sure we'll find out momentarily as I've just put the new link out.
Freaking frack.
So yeah, we've got no flat earth photography to talk about today, unfortunately, people, as is the case when there's crap weather.
Well, I downloaded the app that was recommended by Travis. It's very good. I stayed up all night wondering where the sun went, and then it suddenly dawned on me.
Terrible.
I get it.
Hello, God
Jason's getting
Seagull.
desperate.
How you doing, God Seagull? You hear us?
God scalpel.
God Scalpel. My bad. My screen
Mark.
it's a projector, and during the day it's just the contrast isn't great, and it's quite far away. So.
Oh, it's all good.
Hello.
Did you make that joke up?
Bob Monkhouse, probably. How you doing? How you doing, Jose? How you doing, the Limitless channel?
No way, Jose. I'm pretty good, thank you.
Good to have you.
2 more and we're full.
Which one? Which one's the Limitless channel? Is it Ronnie or Jason? Which one have we got?
It's Ron.
Hey, Ronnie. Good to have you.
Cheers. Thanks for working late.
Hey, troll. How's it going?
So I guess, I just wanted to point out a few things. I see you guys still working hard, putting out your hangout every day. Good for you guys. I don't know why, Nathan, why you don't do like Jason and I. We went and debated Red's rhetoric and Sean Hufford and absolutely destroyed him. And we don't need your approval or any of the other fake flat earth community's approvals. We did it because we knew that the earth is flat, and we destroyed them. And if you believe that you can too, I just want to tell you, Nathan, go ahead and smash them. They're just a bunch of jokes. I don't know why you need him to come on this channel. And the other thing is...
Sorry, what do you mean? Sorry, Jay, I've got to stop you there, Ronnie. You just made an assertion about me. Why would you assume that I need him to come here?
Well, you said that in your video that I just watched.
No, if he wants to come here, he can, like you have.
Okay, well, if you run a debate channel and you're saying that you want to debate him, I'm just saying go debate him. That's all I'm saying.
Sorry, just listen to the words that's just come out of your mouth. You run a debate channel. That's correct. Check. 1. Yeah, great. I run a debate channel. So go debate him. What are you talking about? I've got a debate channel. If he wants to debate, then he can come and debate me. If he doesn't, there'll just be some other asshole bitch that'll come and debate me instead. But he will look like a bitch for not coming here. Me, I've been here, there, and everywhere. I've been on loads of different ballers channels. I've got them all mirrored on my channel. Anyone can check out where I've been. Just go through my history. I've got, what, 1,400 videos? So you can check out where I've been, right? I've opened these doors so that anybody can come. Anybody, including Reds. Now, he's called me out, and then he thinks he can lay down terms. You've got to be joking. If he calls me out, just come here. You're calling somebody out that's not locked in. Idiot. Yeah? There's a door that you just have to walk through. It's not like their closed hangouts where nobody can get access unless they absolutely work it out with them beforehand and work out the terms. There's none of that here. You can just come in and spout bullshit about me like you have. Like I need Red's rhetoric. I don't need that little bitch.
I haven't said that you... Stating that if you think you can beat him in a debate, show us, because the last...
I don't think I can beat him in a debate, Ronnie. I absolutely know with certitude that I could beat him in a debate. He thinks that if he lays down a few terms, he's got a chance of beating me. That's what he thinks. Yeah, he's the one who's brought this up. We've called him out many times and then moved on. He's called me out, now it's suddenly a big deal, because I've made it a big deal. If he wants to debate me, come here and debate me.
I agree. He should. I think he's being a coward as well. And then the second thing that I wanted to say was me and Jason have been waiting for well over a month and a half, for Ranty to live stream the wind turbines that are not acting under angular perspective and that are actually the same size, even though they're supposedly over the curve. We're still waiting for the live stream. And you treated us like so bad for just simply calling it. Aren't we supposed to, check each other's work and make sure that people are being honest out here? Is it so wrong?
You mentioned earlier on fake flat earthers. What do you mean by that? Fake flat earthers?
Yeah,
anyone who isn't willing to verify and check the veracity of their work and have it held up to the community, and that people can... Anyone who believes that the sun and moon are doing circles above an AE mapper model is a fake flat earther.
That's your opinion, though, isn't it? That's a bit unfair to say that.
Well, mathematically, observably, and measurably, it's a proven fact. Yes, it's impossible for the sun to be doing circles to the north when it rises south of east and sets south of west half of the year.
Is it enough just to reject the globe and heliocentrism?
No, because people go out teaching lies, and then people come and debunk it. No, flat earthers are stupid.
So if something is wrong and you don't agree with it, that person is fake.
You are a sectarian.
That's your assessment?
You're sectarian.
We've been at this. You guys all on the panel have been at this for long enough to have done the research and done the physical observations. If you guys are out here as a debate channel calling out other YouTubers, other Globers, other flat earthers, you guys need to have the correct information. That's all I'm saying. Thank you very much. Y'all have a good day. I'll be in the...
He ran off, did he? Are you going to... Oh, goodness me. Wow. Unbelievable.
Really?
He's a sectarian.
Really?
Sorry, Mark, can you
were
explain?
Waiting all that time to come in here and...
Can you explain the bigotry that is...
for 2 minutes and you left?
Can you just explain what sectarianism is? I know it's bigotry, but can you expand on it for the audience, as it's you that used the word?
Well, I live in Northern Ireland, and it's had its problems with sectarianism. Everybody claims that they are Christian, that they follow Christ, but they all belong in a different corner. That I'm a Presbyterian, I'm Roman Catholic, I'm Methodist, I'm Anglican, and they will fight to the bitter end when the bottom line is they all believe in Christ as a saviour. That's sectarianism. And the bottom line is we all know that the globe is wrong and that heliocentrism is wrong. But all the details that we argue about, they're not necessary. And if we are insistent on a particular ingredient of flat Earth and call everybody else a shell or false or fake, well, you are being sectarian. You cannot cope with another opinion. That's sectarianism.
Obviously, because he got his 2 words in and left. Like, what the hell was that? You tried to get in here that bad, and you don't even want to have a convo. You just want to be like, oh, if you don't have my information, you're wrong and fake. That makes no sense, man. Please,
no, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Come back in here, and let's have a talk about that, because I want to talk about that.
Well, why did Ronnie leave? Hey man, half the panel's left. I only turned my back for 2 seconds. That Ronnie? Is it Ronnie sniping the hangout? Oh no, the whole hangout's gone. Oh, I've only been going quarter of an hour. Ugh. Welcome to the show. Right, new show. There will be a short, very short intermission. Could do some shout outs to the chat as I can actually look at that and do what I'm doing at the same time. Can I shout out to Karen B? Multi Tom Tom, good to have you. Why should I care? Thanks for being in the chat. I can't see it. I should really just do one thing at a time. I'll be a lot quicker. Nearly done. There we go. Beautiful. Get a few guests back in. I literally turn my back for about 5 seconds to share the show on social media and stick it in a few playlists. And when I turned my head back, half the panel had gone. And then I was like, oh, he's been sniping. And then literally the other half went. It's like, oh, yeah, turn your back for 2 seconds. Hey, John. Hey, Mark. Hey, Ranty.
Hi, folks.
Hey, I gotta go get some breakfast, man. I'll be right back.
No problem.
Who took us on out?
I was chatting to the audience, so that did take me a little bit longer than perhaps it should have done. While everyone's jumping in, I'll carry on with a few hangouts. Shane Walter, good to see you. Mark Bacon Taylor, thanks for being here. Jose, good to see you. Even though you've just been on the chat and sniped. Easy E2 Pack, good to see you as well. Poopy Pants 69, thanks for being in our hangout. True Earther, nice to see you. Midi HC, thanks for being here. DJ Black, cool as, good to see you. What happened to IPS? IPS is still around, he still does a live stream. He's just gone off platform, I think. He occasionally uploads stuff to YouTube that is actually him. There's somebody faking him at the moment. If you give me 10 seconds, I'll tell you exactly what happened to IPS, because I'm subscribed to his actual channel. Hold on a sec. He is called... Anybody else joined? Nope. Here's where everyone gets sniped again because I'm looking up a video name or a videographer name. Maybe he's gone. He does have a tendency to put his videos up for a very short period of time on YouTube and then take them down again. There he is. He's on a channel called Infinite Plane Society. So yeah, it's just called Infinite Plane Society. It's got a picture of Fepe holding a revolver, I think. Nice. Hello, Chocolate saying.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Do need to level everyone up in a minute.
What the hell happened?
I've no idea. I turned my back for 10 seconds, literally, just to share the show, and then when I came back, it's literally a quarter of a degree turn. You know what I mean? It's like I'm looking at a different screen. Within that space of time, someone managed to snipe the whole hangout.
Oh, these guys are good.
It's because I didn't have the back door open, to be fair.
Ah, bummer.
But we haven't
You
had
live
any
and
troll
learn.
attacks recently, so
Have you got it open now?
yes, I have. Yeah.
Nice.
Somebody
Normal
have,
service can resume.
Somebody have R1 blocked or something? He was trying to get in.
I don't have anybody blocked. Literally nobody.
I don't know. I think R1 was trying to get in, but
I thought Arwin was doing his own show. I thought he wasn't going to come back on this show.
Well, we had 10 people in when it was all sniped.
Did we?
So that's why Arwen couldn't get in. Yeah, there was 10 in, yeah.
Well, that's interesting, because then it means a sniper didn't join.
Yeah, the guy that left when we called him out on his sectarianism probably took us all with him.
So, Ronnie... yeah, I think you're right.
It was
I think
10,
it was 10.
and then it was 0.
Yeah, it was 10. Ronnie left, and then in quick succession, everyone else disappeared. No one else joined. I'll check the replay and see if there's a little blue flash in the top right-hand corner for someone joining between that period that I didn't notice, because I wasn't looking, so I can't say emphatically, yeah, nobody joined, but normally I'd notice it out of the corner of my eye, and I don't think I did. So, yeah, there's a good chance that that was Ronnie. But the amount of times I blame it on the last person to leave and I'm wrong, you know, it goes, yeah. I do it all the time, so I'm not going to do it again. It might be Ronnie, it might not.
Well, there's room for Arwen if he's still listening.
Plenty of room at this inn.
Limitless channel here. Had to step away. Ranty said he was going to live stream soon from the windmills. Right, can you just also repeat the Limitless channel in the side chat now? What you are going to do when I live stream the windmills? Just so that I've got a record of it.
Trying to turn this into some sort of wager?
No. It's he said that he's going to give the biggest apology that YouTube has ever heard. Essentially, he's going to kiss my ass for a month when I show that the live stream the wind turbine. So I just want him to confirm that this is exactly what he's going to do. Otherwise, I just can't be bothered.
He says he sniped no one. I've got to be honest. I believe him. I don't know. I don't know Ronnie as a sniper, and he's just immediately said no, I didn't. So I will apologise. I've said this 100 times. Oops. Ugh. Slow down, chat. Slow down. Where has it gone? I will apologise. I have said this 100 times. I won't kiss your ass. That's gross and gay. Fair enough. You'll apologise.
So let me get this right. You're going to apologise. You're going to take down the video about me being a CGI guy by these turbines, because essentially that was your entire claim, that the turbines were CGI'd, and you did an entire 2-hour segment about me over this. So I assume that you'll be taking that video down as well.
I'm confused about something. Like, this guy is a flat earther, right?
So he says.
Okay, so why does he automatically assume that your work is CGI? Do you guys have some type of prior beef or something? Like, I'm confused by that.
No, not at all. I mean, I'd never even spoken to the guy.
I think, I mean, reading between the lines of what he said when he was on the show, and he was quite brief, he was saying, you know, isn't it reasonable to just call out people for, you know, just to double check their work almost? But I think the objection is the way they go about it. But maybe based on his explanation today on this show, it might be the case that you take his criticism a bit more tongue-in-cheek. Maybe, you know, he's kind of saying, you know, all I'm doing is checking you, is going, look, I want to make sure that you're right. And that in itself is reasonable, but I know from seeing how they go about things, I mean, I don't take any of what they do seriously.
Anthony, is that you?
Yeah, man, that's me.
Right, okay, just checking.
Who was it that sniped? I didn't see the sniper come in.
What's up, man?
Don't know. Who cares? It's running again.
Well, anyway, yeah, so he says what's he gonna do? He's gonna take down the video, did he say that? Or is he gonna leave it up because it'll just be lies?
See, I'm not into that. I've got to be honest, Gio also echoed this when he was on. He said, look, what you should do is bring out a retraction video and leave the original up. And I would agree, you know, nothing infuriates me more than someone demanding that I take a video down. It's just like, no, you know, if somebody wants to point out that I've got something wrong in one of my videos, they're all up. Most of them are numbered, so you notice if they go. So
there's a difference between saying something is wrong, and there's a difference between saying that all my work, I'm deliberately making these turbines look like it's a ball. I mean, come on, I'm just filming what's actually there.
But he should produce a retraction video, is what I'm saying. You know, he should go on air and officially say, I was wrong about this, and it is the case that, etc., etc., etc. That would be what I did. I mean, you know, day whatever it was, 30 or 40 of being a flat earther, there was a story about baby on a plane being born on a route from the Far East, and the way it looked on an azimuthal equidistant map was like it was proof. And I came forward immediately and backed everyone else, like Robbie Davidson and a few others, who said, this is proof, look, this proves the map. And at the time I was fully into the AE map. This is why I brought this up, by the way, because that's another argument of Ronnie's. And upon investigation, it turned out that it wasn't a good proof at all. It worked equally well on both a spherical model or an azimuthal equidistant projection. So at that point, I made another video. In fact, it was the very next video, and said, I'm wrong. This is how I'm wrong. This is how it works on a globe. This is the contrast and comparison between the two. I had them both up on screen, showed them. And that was what I did. Both are still up. So yeah, you can come across the one video and go, oh, look, this is a proof of flat Earth, and it sounds like I'm all for the AE map. But, you know, from that point on, it just shows my journey. It shows that that's how I started my journey into realisation that there are no working maps. No spam in the chat feed. Oi! Anyway, so yeah, just for me, getting rid of videos, I just don't like that. If somebody ever asks me to do that, it immediately gets my is it heckles, hackles, feckles, whatever they are, my heckles up.
Right, well, I'll get it done within the next week anyway. I'll go live and show them in real time, perhaps with the daily paper.
It's all about being transparent, isn't it? And honest that I got that wrong and I'm on a journey.
Mm-hmm. If it's not my fault that he's never seen this before now, you know, we're understanding it because we're explaining it with the laws of perspective. And if he doesn't understand that and he can't comprehend that, that's not my problem. We all understand it. If he's not in that mindset that he's able to process that information, that's his issue, that's his problem, that's not my problem. But to call me a liar over it, that is definitely his problem.
Well, as I say, I'd hope he'd make a retraction video. You know, it's your beef with him if you think he should take the original video down. But like I say, I like to.
Are you talking about Awake Souls?
Is that the one we just Ronnie, the one that was just on.
I'm surprised. To be honest, I'm surprised that you're even just airing his name. Just let it go. The guy's a moron, and everyone knows it.
He's just been on. He's just expressed his opinion. His opinion basically is to say, isn't it reasonable to check you guys to make sure you're not dodgy or suspicious? We don't know. And when he phrased it like that, you think, yeah, that's fair enough. But I know from past experience that's not how he goes about it. The way he goes about it is make an outright blatantly outrageous assertion and call you a shill. You know, that's his modus operandi.
Yeah, it's not like he's changed his Pontchartrain video to make it look curved.
Pontchartrain?
Yeah, like Pontchartrain, that stuff for Soundlies. That's been tampered with. It's got the horizon on one side.
Yeah, that took me back a bit because, yeah, absolutely, I would say that has actually been manipulated.
Yo.
Yeah,
Ranty is CGI and Sleeping Warrior is artificial intelligence. Thank you.
Nathan, I've got to say, I've not been listening at the start of the show. I've been finishing off bits and pieces, but I've got to say that Red's Rhetoric video that you put, the smarmy one, is fucking ace, mate. Sorry.
Swearing.
Yeah,
it is, because it's the best smarmiest, patronising, condescending tone that you can give, and it'll really piss him off. He won't do anything because I don't know. I think he thinks he's better than this, but the reality is he can't answer the questions that are asked. Independent variable, dependent variable, cause, effect. none of it's in science, and that's his problem, and that's the reason why the bigger ones just won't come in anymore. They don't like getting their ass handed to them on a plate.
Yep. Well, the door's open. If he chooses to come, he can come. You know, this
And
fades
to be fair,
away.
mate, credit where it's due. I think that your approach at the moment is perfect. I personally think that it's a lot more precise and concise, and it removes the element of doubt. Tim Brody, was you?
Hello, Tim. Are you the sniper?
I think it was him before. I saw his name before, and then I came back from being away from the keyboard for 2 minutes, and we were all sniped. So I don't know for a fact it was him. I didn't get a chance to check it, but I saw him in just as I left. So I'm going to take no chances and snipe him myself. So bye, Tim.
Fair enough. I think it's more likely him than Ronnie. Like I say, I believe Ronnie when he says I didn't. You know.
Yeah, he might be a moron, but it doesn't make him a sniper.
Just come back onto Ronnie just for a second. Sorry. So Ronnie's point is perhaps that when he does it in such an overt manner, you're CGI liars. It's so farcical that it kind of gets your attention. And what he's asking for, if he just said to you, "Can you live stream it from there?" Because you know, I've got to be honest, I question your motives. You just get your back up and you go, "Fuck you." That would be the end of it. And I think by doing what he's doing, Ranty seems to be, don't take this the wrong way, Ranty, but maybe being manipulated a little bit into doing what they want. They want verification of what he's been doing.
Well, essentially,
nobody likes to have their work called fake, you know. So yeah, in some way it is kind of working because they're coming out and calling Ranty's work fake. So now Ranty wants to prove them wrong. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah, and because of the amount of abuse that we have suffered over the last month or so with him in the side chats, constantly calling out my name, I think it's only right that I actually get concessions from him before I actually go and do the live stream. Otherwise, it seems pointless.
I don't know. That seems to me like he's got under your skin, though. Do it for you. Who cares what he wants?
Well, yeah, no, but look at it this way, yeah? Somebody just left a comment on one of your videos or one of my videos about the turbines, right? I drove for 5.5 hours in a round trip and went to a different country to film those wind turbines from a level height of the hub, right? Now, that's what I did just on a comment. Somebody just randomly put it, and I thought, well, that makes kind of sense. Tell you what, I'll waste my entire day, all the petrol going there, this, that, and the other, just to go and film this, to do that, what they suggested, which would help answer those particular questions, right? So if they'd have said to me originally, Ranty, do you think you can do it live stream? I'd have gone, yeah, okay. That'd have been it. But the way, like you say, the way they've gone about it, it has got my back up.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that approach. The approach of just calling everybody else fake and shill, I don't know. There's something wrong with that.
I've asked him to just join again. Hopefully he can, you know. I've had a fair few conversations with Ronnie. I've never fallen out with him. I've literally never had an issue with him. I see the stuff he does, you know. I know he's a prick, but I've never fallen out with him personally. Maybe he has done things about me and I've just laughed it off because I don't take him seriously. Or I see his methodology, that's the one. I see his methodology as farcical and overt and extreme, and maybe that's how he has had success. Maybe that's how he's built an audience. If he has, good for him. But you know, I've got no objection to that, even when I can't remember any instance where he may or may not have done it to me. I'm sure he has. He must have done. But either way, you know, just who cares what he wants? Literally, who cares? Nobody. He doesn't have a very big audience.
No. Well, he'll definitely be caring what I want when I get my P1000. I can guarantee you that. Everyone will be wanting some piece of that action.
Paula seemed a bit less happy with me today in the chat. What do you think's going on?
Maybe it's that little advert you made about Reds. I think that's got under the skin.
I just wanted to make it clear what the situation was. You know, he seems to think that he can lay down some terms. You know what he reminds me of? it reminds me of Mick West. So we're saying,
Hang on, he's not the only one that's done it. Did you not see that link that I sent you on Skype? Slice Barcane has now handed out the same challenge, but it's to people that have actually done their own work.
That's not true, though. Last time I tried to go in his hangout, he wouldn't let me in because even though I do my own work, he wanted to heckle me from the panel. So that's not true of Slice Barcane. He wouldn't let Spurs Chemo in either. Spurs has done his own work. I think he has. Actually, that might not actually be true. I'll retract that comment. But point is, he didn't let me in when I was asking him for a link. So he's a liar. He doesn't want to be confronted with the truth or the facts of reality that conflict with his views and religious beliefs.
Yeah, it seems to me like they're basically trying to get debates going that are trying to exclude Nathan because they know that Nathan hasn't really done any experiments of his own. However, that's going to change soon, isn't it? We're going to do
there's only one flat Earth debate.
But we're also going to do the 3 mile test. So, we'll soon have to retract that.
Oh, by the way, that reminds me. Sorry to interrupt, Granty. Chris MCM and Spurs Chemo, Nathan.
I do.
They keep inviting me and trying to get me to go into Jeremy's Discord chat, because I don't know. I think part of it with Chris is because he can't come on this channel, and Spurs just wants me to go in as the opposition because he wants the debate and whatever, which is cool. But I don't want to go in there because it's the swamp, right? There's not nice about what goes on in there at all, and I'm not there to be like ad hom and insulted by anybody. I'm there to discuss about whatever's going with the shape of the Earth. But my point is, Chris was saying like I want to be involved. He said, but I can't get into Nathan's. So I'm gonna appeal on his behalf and say he served his punishment. Now he should be let out of jail.
What has he had, about 6 months to think about it?
Yeah, he's had long enough. I think his term's served.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
He's a baller, this guy.
Chris, yeah, he's a Scottish guy, so he gets really aggressive really quick, but he tries not to actually. He tries to speak properly, and I think he's all right. I think he's an idiot, and I think he'll admit that he's an idiot, and he's done things that he shouldn't have done, but I think he's been in jail long enough now. I think he should be let out.
And he wants to be on the show that bad.
He enjoys the debate. He wants the debate, doesn't he? So.
I don't see why people gotta get triggered. Why do y'all get so triggered? It's just make any sense to me.
Oh, congratulations on Sandra getting 1,000 subs as well. That was pretty impressive work, Nathan. You did well there.
Me? What do you mean?
Yeah, well, you was promoting her in the debates for the last couple of days, asking people to subscribe, and you pushed her through the 1,000 limit, which is what she was after, so happy days.
Yeah, it was one of those. I mean, I kind of knew in the back of my mind that there'd be maybe one opportunity to really push somebody to get a P1000. And by timing, you have done an awful lot of work with your P900, sort of day after day, going out, doing the grind, getting these observations, and then trawling through them afterwards with me. I get all the best bits. So I knew that with a bit of work together, we could get you that £1,000 that you basically haven't got to buy that camera, and I wanted you to have that camera, as did a lot of people watching. Now, after the fact, Sandra also started a GoFundMe campaign, so go check out Sandra's GoFundMe campaign. But I kind of knew that, yes, I could tell people about it like I'm telling them about it now, but it wouldn't necessarily get her to her goal in the same way you got to your goal when you did your GoFundMe. You know, I suggested do a ranty-a-thon, and you were really compliant. You know, everything I suggested you did, you just snapped to it and did it, you know. And that's great. I've done marketing campaigns on how to do them, and I did it, and you did it with me, and it was great fun. As a consequence, you were great fun to work with if you want to look at it from that point of view. But afterwards, I was like, I can't give Sandra what I know she now wants. She wants what Ranty's had. But I knew I could definitely get her channel over 1,000. And frankly, she definitely deserves that. The irony being that afterwards I looked at your subs and I was like, oh no, Ranty's actually at 850 subs. I was like, oh, okay. Maybe it's going to be a begging... Sorry, go on.
I don't even think I'm on that. I don't even think I'm on that many. I think I'm on about 830 or something. So I tell you, a year on this channel and I've still not got 1,000 subs. It's
That's the hardest leap. I mean, literally, that is the hardest thing. For me, it was really difficult to get over 1,000 subs. And there's always people that you kind of have as your running mate at the time. And often they remain the same. In other words, people grow at a similar rate to you. And for me, it's always been Nick. So, you know, Phuket Word. Check out Nick if you don't know Nick already. Phuket Word, PHUKETWORD. And check his Flat Earth channel out. Absolutely superb material. But he and I basically have had the same number of subs there or thereabouts this entire time. And we've both been doing the same stuff for around the same amount. But, you know, we both came into it about the same amount of time. I can't remember who was first, me or him. But we've sort of tracked together in subs. So, you know, you just have to kind of... You know, you're always comparing to the person that's higher than you. So for me, that's always been Patricia Steer. I'm always keeping an eye on her subs and going, you know, I'm chasing her, and in terms of her popularity. But there we go. That was somebody I've always aspired to be like. I've got no shame whatsoever in saying that. But in terms of somebody who's more similar and running the same path as me, or similar path, is Nick from Phuket. So yeah, just Sandra's your running mate now, as far as I'm concerned. You will get more than her at some points and less than her at some points, but she's essentially your YouTube female equivalent, whatever you want to call her. She's basically doing very similar stuff to you and has a very similar channel to you. But ultimately speaking, you're probably promoting your channel more than she is. So I would say that there will be points where you overtake her and vice versa, depending on what you both do going forward. So yeah, it's worth keeping an eye on Sandra in terms of her progress. And the way to gain more is to cross promote each other. You know, that's the way to do it. You know, if you go, I could go on about this for hours. You know, it's one of those things that if I wasn't doing Flat Earth videos, there's a choice of about, I don't know, 5 or 6 things on a list that I could probably do. And one of them would probably be bore people to death about how I perceive YouTube to work. I'll phrase that carefully. So one of the things that they definitely advise, they being all the other YouTubers who do this already, hence I'm not doing it, is just collaboration with other YouTubers. Try and cross-pollinate your subscribers with somebody that you're not actually like a contrast to. I mean, do you see what I mean? So not Sandra.
There's a guy in chat that if anybody hasn't actually been to the channel, I'll suggest you go over there and subscribe. Martin Leakdy, he's in the chat. Absolutely does some fantastic
Robbie.
work. Robbie?
So was Robbie Davidson.
Wow.
Is Robbie in the chat?
Yeah, he was. I think he was leaving, but he was in there.
Big shout out to Robbie. Hope it's all going well. But yeah, Martin Leaker, he was again same sort of thing. He and I started making videos at a very similar time, and like Nick, Martin's always sort of tracked alongside me. So we've always had a similar number of subs. And if you go look at Martin's subs now, and we talk to each other about making videos. We're both YouTube videographers, so obviously we're interested in the subject, and we've constantly kept in touch with each other, patting each other on the back when we do well, commiserating each other when we do badly. You know how it is. I'm sure Martin's tapping his chest right now and going, yeah.
I think he might overtake you soon, you know.
Definitely, Martin's got a superb channel. I'm jealous. You know, Martin's doing so well. But yeah, it's gone are the days of me saying, wouldn't it be good if you do this? I need to get some advice off him these days.
Shout out to Karen B in the chat.
Dee Dee really enjoyed her sunrise videos while she was on her holes.
So I guess we're just waiting for Red's Rhetoric to click that button and join, aren't we?
I think we've got a full
Potentially.
panel, so it'd at least have to pipe up in the chat, and then I'd have to kick somebody out because we do have a full panel.
Well, I'll just go on mute. I think everyone should just go on mute if he joins. Just go on mute and you know, let them two battle it out. I mean, the challenge has been set down. There's a platform here for him, isn't there?
Well, we've got.
Is he in chat now, Reds?
No,
I haven't
Cricket's-
seen him.
Like I say,
He
he's
won't
got to
join.
say something if he wants to join on account of the fact that, you know, I'll have to arrange for someone to drop. Not that complicated, but nonetheless, we'd have to be aware that he was at least here. And Cricket's, as always, just a lot of his beaters coming along trying to negotiate terms with me. And, you know, at first I was fairly accommodating and giving explanations to them. Now it's just give them a bitch slap as well and go, bang! There are no terms to be had. Take it or leave it.
If you look at it this way, yeah, we've accommodated them for the past 3 years, bullying, calling us this, that, and the other. Now the boot's on the other foot and they don't like it.
Yeah, Anthony sums it up well when he says we're in the minority at the end of the day. So, you know, if they want to look at it as me taking advantages, I don't care. Couldn't give a crap. There's plenty of people. We are in the minority. Most people think we're wrong. So there's always going to be ballers that come on this show. And there's plenty of people to be decapitated. I'm smiling because yesterday evening, so somebody dropped me a line after I'd made that video about Red and explained that he was live streaming. I think it was Betty. So Betty was like, he's live streaming. I was like, yay, he's making me an advert. Woohoo! So I went and checked it out for about, I don't know, 30 seconds, a minute. And when I tuned in, he was playing a cartoon. I think it's from Family Guy, but he had basically a stork and a crocodile or an alligator, whatever. And the stork is basically taunting the alligator and saying, yeah, you can't get me, I'm up here, you can't get me, whatever. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's me and Red to a T. He is that stork. He's basically got two options. Go into the pool with the alligator that's sitting there staring at him and get his head bitten off, or fly away. That's his only two options. So, stork, fly away or come into the pond. That's your two choices, right? You can, if you like, stand there trying to make out like you're a crocodile from the shore, but the crocodile, while you stand there, just sits in the pond staring at you. Now, if you fly away, there will be another stork. Believe me, the alligator has definitely eaten more storks than the stork has eaten alligators. So that stork's just going to be stared at until it disappears and another stork comes along which gets eaten. Now, me, I'm the alligator. I've eaten plenty of stork and there's always more stork coming my way. So Red thinks that he's some sort of special bitch. He ain't. He's just like every other bitch out there. And he needs to understand this. But if he thinks he's got balls, then there's an open door for him to walk through, isn't there? You know, you can come in. You know, you can be that stork that pedals its way into the water. But, you know, there's a good chance you're going to get your head bitten off.
I love it.
In a slight different note, so I keep going to the same spot to make observations. I got a range from maybe 3 miles to 5 miles, up to 7 miles away. But I keep getting the same mirroring effect. All the just freaking up and down, you know, floating boats and shit like that. Is it because it's really hot, you think?
I don't know if it's just the focal length of your camera, because you've got a considerably shorter lens than Ranty, haven't you?
Yeah, it's a 50 times digital zoom.
So it's less than it's slightly, it's like 40% less in round numbers.
Yeah, I think so. It's really hot. It's like close to freaking 100 degrees in here. But and all the times I gone is like really calm, no wind at all. I think the first time I went to try the cam, I didn't have a tripod, and I could see clearer, and it was windy like a mother. So I recorded a couple of videos. I think I put one, but it was really shaky. And then the next times I went with a tripod, it's really calm, no wind whatsoever, and I'm getting all that haziness in the background, like mirroring effects.
Yeah, I think it doesn't really, if you're looking over water, it happens all the time. I'll be honest, it really is. It's incredibly rare that you actually get the opportunity to see it without any kind of effects like that going on. And when you do,
Okay, and it happens in a short distance, like freaking 5 miles away. So then, and I get a fake horizon, a apparent horizon, really solid, visible, and then you see the boats floating above. So what did I say? What would that tell about 15, 20, 30 miles away? I mean, it's no way you can tell a real horizon from that. It's very confusing, and shit disappears definitely behind that band, of
yeah.
of atmosphere.
Well, if in my last video that I put out, you actually see a dog jumping up in and out of the mirror layer, literally, and that they are only a mile away, and I know that because there's a slipway, and they brought the boat down the slipway, and it went right past the people that were walking with the dogs. So I knew that the slipway was a mile away, and you actually see the dog jumping up and going back down, and as it goes back down again, it completely disappears, vanishes, and then it pops up and goes back out down again, and that's absolutely in the mirroring layer, and it was the sky that was
Yeah,
being reflected over the sand that was blocking out that dog, and
yeah,
that's why I
big time.
included it in the video. Yeah,
The height, I mean, also the height will change that. Even either going really high or really low will change that effect, the bend.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Back in
have
a minute, guys.
to continue going and going to different spots. There's a lot of those places I can go. I just been going to the same one to try to catch something different, but I keep getting the same shit. It's a little frustrating.
I cannot get your video to play.
What?
Doesn't seem to matter what I do, it just doesn't want to know. Right, I'll give it one more refresh, and then if not, it'll get played on the next show.
All right, appreciate it.
There you go. You can see it every time. Whirly whirl. Damn you, whirly whirl.
Yeah, I'm also see CGI boats. Thank you, though you tried.
I'll try again on the next show once there's a break. I'll maybe change my VPN address or something. Maybe it's that. Oh, who knows? Damn technical issue. When you want it to go smoothly, you get a sniping situation and technical issues and Mark pretending that he can't hear me.
Every time you say gravity, Mark, go, no swearing.
Are you breaking up again?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no
right.
swearing. That would be better than I can't hear you. There's a technical issue. You've got a crackle. Because I immediately think you're telling the truth and start looking for the problem. Go into overdrive immediately. What? Technical problem?
Gravity.
I don't know what you're fussed about. I remember having the exact same thoughts, and I'm not saying that in a patronising way. I remember thinking there's got to be a reason for down. So, I get it. And, occasionally I put that hat on as well. So, like I've said a few times, I've got no real horse in this race, so it doesn't kind of fuss me either way. But, I appreciate that you've got certain feelings on the matter, and like you say, there's no need for sectarianism. There's no need to be dogmatic about your views. There's also no need for people to get angry with you because you have that view. It just seems ridiculous. Oi, you! No spam!
I belong to the Anti-Buoyancy Flat Earth Society, and anybody else is wrong.
I've got this video working. That's what that music you can hear is.
Yay.
Right, I'll turn the music down and see if I can get it presented.
Awesome.
Where's it gone? Yay! There we go. Can you see that, Jose?
Yes, sir, I can.
Just great. Just talk us through it. I'll leave it playing.
Yeah, I was looking through the viewfinder, and I couldn't make out what these little dots moving in the background. And then I tried to look with my bare eyes. I couldn't see shit. And then I said, yeah, those are jet skis. And you can see them as little dots coming around. But they are above the apparent horizon. It is really trippy, indeed. Really nice, really cool to look at. I mean, it's really cool to look at. I would just wish it was like really clear with no mirroring effects to see what the real horizon was.
What's your elevation?
I was there probably 7 foot high, and the
looks low.
distance to the jet skis right now is like 6.5 miles. Now the land in the background, beyond like those palm trees, those are 7.5 miles away, and the jet skis are maybe a mile closer to me.
The beginning of the show, we were saying, no footage, gloomy day here. And then you come out and show us something like this. I forgot that I'd watched this, actually. I'm sure I commented and stuck a like on it. Yeah, it's really good stuff. Your footage is getting better, actually, Jose. I can't lie.
Yeah,
Good.
thank you. I mean,
It's
it's not a long distance videography, but it's atmospheric conditions we're catching in shorter distances, which it happens to everybody. It's confusing. People think it's curvature and they're looking at the real horizon, and we are not. We're just looking at optical illusions.
What kind of camera you got, Jose?
It's a Nikon Power Shot, some number, 50 times digital zoom.
That's cool.
Did I say Nikon? No, it's a Canon. I bet.
Canon.
Yeah, and then you can see. I mean, the boat. You can throw a line where you think the real horizon is. It's in between that big black little square. But then, if there was a boat beyond it, further away, a mile away, then the horizon will be higher. The mirroring line will be higher. And if there would be another one, would be higher. I think I got that in another video. I'm gonna put it up. Throw a line. You see the mirroring line, the closer boat, and you throw an imaginary line. Then another boat coming behind it, and there's a different horizon line, the mirroring effect, and the third one coming behind. So you cannot say this is the real horizon and everything is going to be mirroring there. No, as the distance go further away, you got different mirroring effects and horizon lines.
Just going to
How
collapse it
far
down.
away is this? Are you at a full zoom in this?
No, not a full zoom. Maybe I'm actually like 45 or 50 times zoom. I didn't hit the beyond 50 times. It go like 200 times zoom, but I didn't go further than that.
Oh, okay.
Is that the end of the video, pretty much?
Cool.
Yeah, pretty much. That's cool. That's good enough. Thank you.
I will let it play through. I just wanted to know roughly when I need to next do something. That was all. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a few minutes.
Cool.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, I still got a trip planned to a long bridge, like maybe an hour drive from me, and I could get a line observation 20 to 25 miles away, and there's a whole landscape of buildings and stuff that I can get there. I can't wait to go there. Maybe in the next week.
Cool. Anything anybody wants to add before we round out this show? It's going to be a bit of a... Other than what's up? I'm sure
going on, man? I just got back. Sorry.
Perfect
What I
timing.
missed?
Well, if I wasn't deaf before, I'm deaf now.
Sorry about that, man.
It's all right.
What I miss?
One way to wake up the audience just before we round out, John, I will level up your mic in the break. So with that, I'm going to say first and foremost a huge, massive, enormous thank you to all of the live audience for tuning in and hopefully sharing this debate. And of course, a massive thank you to all of the debating panel for making this debate possible. If you hated the show, you know exactly what to do. But if you like the show, maybe consider sharing it with a friend or subscribing if you've not done so already. I've been Nathan Oakley and I'll see you all in the next video.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!